children of the earth. It is me, Sabisha,
your favorite influencer.
And I am here to spread a very important message to all of you today. But before I could do that, I need all of you
to like, comment, subscribe, turn your post notifications on to never miss an upload from our YouTube channel, and also subscribe to my new vlog channel. It's linked in the description below.
Hi guys. So basically, 2 months ago, I bought Virginia Woolf's Orlando. And trust me when I tell you that it is one of the best decisions I have made in a whole entire semester. The book is just so beautiful, and I don't regret a single penny that I spent on that book, and you guys won't either. And let's get into why Orlando by Virginia Woolf is worth your time and money. Orlando is the biography of a young teenage boy living in the 1600s. But not just any other young teenage boy living in the 1600s, not like them. For Orlando goes through many historical worlds, through the 1700s, the 1800s, the 1900s, through England and Turkey, where he also goes through a sex change, finding himself as a 36-year-old woman living in the 1920s at the end of the novel. Orlando finds himself in many different places with many different personalities, almost matching the mood of the century. For she has done it all, from an ambassador in Constantinople to a gypsy traveler. Orlando is the loose, creative biography on the ambiguous Vida Sackville-West's life, who is the close friend and lover of Virginia Woolf, the author of the novel. Now, Woolf basically uses Orlando as a sort of metaphor for Vida's life, which is a very creative way to tell a biography. And this way that Woolf has chosen to tell this biography has made it extremely fun and engaging for the reader, as you get to match up bits and pieces of Orlando's story and compare it to Vida Sackville-West herself, and it just shows you how much emotion and thought is put into this novel. And this thinking itself brings you closer to the novel, creating a sort of bond and connection with all this thought that you can put into it, satisfying for any reader. Now, Orlando has been through a lot of experiences, as Orlando's been a lost gypsy, a heartbroken teen, a mother, a wife, an ambassador, a duke, an innocent boy. We can all find bits of ourselves in this life that Orlando leads, and relating with
Orlando's just another type of feeling, as
Orlando's emotions are never told simply. You'll always have to interpret it, and Wolf's descriptions and rambles and emotions are so spot on, unlike some classics such as Romeo and Juliet, which is the definition of dramatized, and other young adult, superficial, first world problem type of novels. This novel is relatable on a deeper scale. Now, this novel was written in the 1920s, which we think of as a very oppressive time in history. So for a book like this, Orlando, it really critically challenges society's ideals and its ways of being. Woolf makes gender fluidity and same-sex attractions playful, and Orlando's attitudes to it are very nonchalant, as he changes genders overnight and was so unbothered by it that biographer was more confused than he was. Everything is so nonchalant to Orlando until she goes on a ship and realizes that people are treating her differently because she's a woman. And then, after a few chapters later, she cross-dresses and realizes that she's taken up the male mannerisms, dressing up as a male. So it's suggested that the gender roles are not biological, but in fact societal. And if everyone was more accepting, then people would be more free as individuals. Police brutality. When these circumstances are taken into consideration, there was definitely a huge impact for the audience of readers in the 1920s, questioning their true freedom of expression, making this novel not only classically important in literature, but also historically. And with this amount of significance, you guys definitely have to read it. Now, the core message of this novel, I believe, of course, it's meant to be a very playful and fun novel. It's supposed to be lighthearted, but I believe there is a more serious note to it. And in that serious note, Orlando really found herself after she started expressing herself outward instead of just keeping everything in. After Orlando had changed genders, she really just went off. She started acting like what she truly is on the inside, cross-dressing, living it up at a party, and spending it with people that she actually genuinely likes. And I feel like we need to also take that advice. We need to start expressing ourselves in the way that we feel is right. Who cares about what society thinks? At the end, it's your happiness that matters. And off with that now, you could buy Virginia Woolf's Orlando in any good bookstore near you, and I'll have it linked in the description below.
So remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, turn post notifications on, and
I'm out of here.
let's fight!